So
Let's have a quick gaze at these two, our mic levels. G'day folks, welcome to another episode of Super League. Tonight we have a very experienced bunches, the boys, who have been there or thereabouts in Super League for the last decade, and they're up against the snipers, which is Brownie, Rocky, Nathan McMahon. The super sub of last season, which would probably be Marchie, and he's having another outstanding start to the season. I think he's sitting on about 45%. But here we go, the winners from the weekend. Angles and Brownie are up first. And on the other table we've got Alex Kingsbury, and it doesn't really matter when Alex is up.
Angle should feel good. He won the Perth Open this weekend, so he's the Perth Open champion.
Yeah. When he gets going, it's not even when he gets going. I mean, even on a bad day, he's very, very consistent. But,
I think I really saw his...
Okay, so here we go. Rocky's looking at probably containing safety here, tucking the white right up against the yellow. That's what I would do. Yeah, he has to. Rocky's in some excellent form, sitting on about 80% for the season. But yeah, as we can see, he's gone in off too. Oh, Angles has a big, deep sigh of relief, and his good luck form, whatever you want to call it, from the weekend is still rubbing off.
It's gonna double this and screw it back for the last yellow on the left. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes.
Oh.
So he's going to have to, he's almost Chinese, he's going to have to run through, or he might choose to just try and stop and hold the white for maybe a corner or a middle bag.
I think it... can't see the angle. It might naturally go down and then come towards the right.
I
might
would
take this.
If I was Angles,
Yeah.
and I had the curing power of his, I definitely would play it like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's gone, and
perfect.
he's used a
That's
touch to
the
the left
shot.
as well.
That's the shot.
And anyway, as we can see on the other table, Rocky has sort of manipulated the balls into such a way that the out is now, but he's still kept the black on. Oh, isn't that nice? Trevor Gray's out there as well, helping out the boys. Simon's father. Sorry about a little bit of miscommentating on the Rocky match, guys. I think I made a little bit of a boo-boo.
He just played the red.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what the bloody hell's on.
Seems to be Rocky played yellow on the last shot, and now he's played red again.
I'm trying to
What's
work.
going on? So now Rocky's played. That's it's odd. We'll have to go back and watch that.
I think he's on the yellows. Yeah. Yeah, side cushion.
Yeah.
Oh, you could almost call that a little bit stiff there. He played the percentages. He's played to get on one of the two. But I'd probably presume that he was trying to tuck it up, go the final yellow, and just bring the white just across, sit behind the reds. So yeah, it's a beautiful shot. This gives him a choice of hopefully he's on the middle bag. You just drop that in, come around to the top, drop the other red into the other middle, and come down and it's a beautiful little shot.
Ooh.
Once again, he's got the choice of two here. He'll probably play the left-hand side red first into the middle, come back a little bit, punch the other one into the middle bag, leave the white in the middle of the table, or come across for one of the two reds, the easier, more friendlier one, and maybe finish on the difficult red, and then just drop that in pocket weight. Ooh.
Thought about it.
That's so far. This has been not too bad pull really. Angles just open up the account for the boys with one visit clearance, and then Nathan McMahon's just come through and basically cleared when he had the best chance as an answering back as well. Let's see if whoever's up now can keep the pressure going. Yeah, Simon's actually been in some great form lately. It did pretty well in the money match on Friday. And the last 3 weeks in Superleague, I think he's sitting on 70% or something along those lines.
Something like that, yeah. It's pretty solid. Let's have a look.
But this is probably one of the matchups of the night. If Marchie can really come through and show his form that he was in earlier in the start of the season, it'll go a long way to getting the win for the Snipers. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if these two play off in the grand final. That's a beautiful break there. Barely leant into it, barely touched it. When you get on the black like that, best opportunity to keep up your fine form, really.
Yeah, it's good to one up.
He's missed.
Ooh.
He's missed. He might have got a kick there.
Oh.
If you look carefully, the way the black moved straight off after it hit the.
Yeah, surprising miss.
Yeah, he's got a couple of options. He can play the top ball, but he most likely will play middle pocket first, bring the white ball out. That's it. Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. He wanted to come a little bit more. Yeah,
just a little bit more.
But what he can do is screw the white up the table, leave himself an angle to run down, or he can just drop this in and plays the double. It's Alex Kingsbury is a very good doubler. I wouldn't be surprised if he just backs himself, just drops this in here. He has. He's played it to punch it in the face, which is always a lot harder than just coming back on it. He's got to manipulate the white a little bit here.
It's a huge double.
And Marchi has pretty much got away with murder there. As the yellow's flicked up and set on the top cushion up there, or the side cushion up there. There's a couple of balls on the side cushion for Simo. He's got a little bit of work to do here. Yeah, that's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful shot.
Wow.
It's a little bit stiff there. But what was really well to see is just how far he could get the cue through the white, how positive he stays with it.
It's awesome.
And as we see, Simo's keeping that fine form of just doubling everything off the lamppost. Comes through here. If he plays this just right, he might be able to clip that red and sit it on the side, or the top cushion. Yeah, that's what he's done. He's trying to keep a little bit of insurance. He may choose to take the side yellow, come up for the double. Takes the middle next to the yellow next to the middle, the black, into the middle, punches the black.
What a shot. What a shot there by Alex. Wow. That's a great finish.
Wow, Simo's really playing as positive as he's and attacking as he can. He might be pushing the boat out a touch too much at the moment with that big shot there.
Yeah, Alex steals that frame, so 2-1 to the boys.
Yeah, he's a very solid cueist.
That was a great finish. He took that double and then went down, and that was a hard pot to make.
Oh, I can tell you now, Rocky would be spewing.
Yeah.
He had the black. He got the kick. He'll tell you he got a kick. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did. This isn't a good shot. This is not a nice shot to play. If it goes into the corner pocket, puts a touch of, so he's even just looking to just drop this in and just stay on it. If it was me, I'd probably play this with a stun, maybe a little bit of side to help it, and try and even move that red that's on the bottom cushion, or try and land on a slide angle. But that was always the problem with trying to just drop on it. He does have a...
I think he's gonna, if he's playing this safe, he has to bring the white ball towards the left side, I would say.
Yeah.
Left bottom pocket. Because he doesn't want to give that.
He might want to just choose to take the pocket, which I don't really agree, because the white's going to be flying up the table towards that bad yellow. Yeah, and you see that's gone pretty much nowhere. From here, that side yellow, probably capitalise on. Simo's quite an experienced player. It'll be interesting to see just when he decides to take that side yellow. I don't think the white fits through between that gap. between the yellow and the middle pocket, so he can't just run through and clip it there. He's looking at playing it now, I think. No, he hasn't even bothered. And that's a little bit of a rush shot there by Simo. He probably thought that was a lot easier than he thought, and all he had to do was move it, but yeah.
Yeah, he's made it a bit hard for himself now. I mean, it's two yellows clumped together on the left.
And it almost gives Marchie a free shot here.
Yeah.
See how much easier that shot is to play. All he's
Yeah.
just gets down and just lays it over the pocket, or tries to. The other table, I think we might even be. Oh yeah, Ash Thompson's up on the other table at the moment. Probably going to drop these two in, drop the first one in, leave himself low on the red that's closest to the white. Oh, okay, he's playing this one first. He comes across, holds that. From there, either you come down the table, to stun, or he aims to land on his popping ball. The black itself, he's just having a look now at the black. I'd say it goes into the top corner pocket, or he gets onto the red into the middle and goes to disturb the black, which is very, very difficult to get onto the final red in the corner bag. How's he decided? Okay. I think Simo's looking fairly good for the out here. He might have landed up a touch straight, or he might be screwing down into the black here. However, yeah, that's never going to be an easy shot, that, to screw out like that. Not with these tight pockets. What a shot.
Great shot.
Oh, he's finished. Terrible position. Extremely unlucky there. Cuts this in. Stunning, or bottom. Just misses the red. Careful of the in-off. Come off the two cushions and come back around the table.
Do you think he's going to cut it?
No, and Simo, yeah, he definitely will.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know Simo's too well. He'll look to, yeah. He might play off that red, but
red.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. Is that better? Apparently the all right. All right. Well, you could really say that Marchie's had a gift here to get a walk back to the table. Simo will be absolutely kicking himself, and Marchie knows it. He will really, if he gets a win here, expect a big come-on pump. And I think he might need a touch of magic here. If not, you play at the left-hand side. Maybe you look for a snooker behind the black on the corner ball. If you can play it with enough, he's keeping coming up the table now to have a look. Can I put it in the corner pocket, run across and snooker him behind the black while staying on the black if it goes in as a shot to nothing? Yeah, I personally I'd play it with a little bit of swerve myself. It's It's a much of a muchness.
Oh, interesting shot.
Yeah, he got just a little bit thin, so he lost the white just a touch there.
Mm.
Yes, Simo's got this, punches this down, runs through with the top, maybe checks it up just a touch.
Yeah, I think I checked this.
Or he plays at the bottom in the running side to run off the two cushions. Simo likes to move the white though, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's played it.
Great shot.
And Manda showing a bit of his experience there, just holding the play up. Oh, jeez. Did not expect him to not get full ball contact there on the sneaker. That was only a one cushion escape. And, Simo makes no mistake of that time. And he's pulled up just a touch short here, but a good shot here. Let's have a look to see how Mando's timing the white. He gets down onto this. And he count himself.
Oh,
Touched it. Mind you, there's a snooker there if you're good enough. Come up, probably drag onto it just to make sure you take the roll out of the table. Kick the red across just a hint. Or that's... I personally, I don't like that shot myself. Is aiming to leave the white on the top cushion. That's where I would go. And leave him the same shot that Mando just decided to take on. Oh. So yeah, a few mistakes creep. A few mistakes and a few. He's not going to get lucky this time. I don't know. Might be in and off, but in the corner. Yeah, well played. Anyway, speaking of a guy that's in form at the moment, Mr. Alan Brown, who's just a really, really entertainment machine on the weekend.
it was awesome to see him play. So good.
He's the king of the shot to nothing. If anyone out there is watching and want to learn the game, this is the man to watch from. He plays a lot like Jake McCartney as well. It's a shot to nothing, shot to nothing, shot to nothing.
It's a great shot. He's opened up the black and
And he's also put the yellow in such a way that the other yellow's kind of covered as well. It's he's got a little bit of finesse to play with now. This is another key point of the match as well, I find. And Simo's break, if he gets it going, which he pretty much has there, you can count on him to get a few wins and get on the board quite flying.
what a shot by Alan again. What a shot.
As I was saying, the shot to nothing. He's played that, it misses, it pushes the yellow across. He's killed it, keeps going. keeps going. Just insurance the whole way. All right, well, a shot like that, Simo's saying, I'm going out in the town. I think he's probably would like to finish on the back cushion so he can drop the yellow in and then get onto the black into the corner, into the middle pocket. But Simo's one of those difficult to commentate players. He seems to move the white around a bit, and he takes his bad ball straight away and just drops it in. However, I think
A little bit short.
I think he got on it a little bit straight onto that red there, so he didn't actually get to run through and get the right angle. He's got a couple of options. He's probably looking at to try and just play with a touch of check and a touch of top, so he can hold the white into the centre of the table. Right now, he's looking at taking that red, then the yellow and the black at the same time, almost a simultaneous shot. It'll push that, kill the yellow, and give himself a free shot on the. Oh, okay. Looking away straight away, trying to reset him after such a bad shot. And it's quite a tricky shot here. He's got to double back into the corner pocket. He's probably got a cut, and he might have a shot into the middle. I think he's going for the middle here.
I think he's going for the middle as well. It's a good shot.
It's a pretty good recovery. On the other table, Rocky he's just eyeing up a double here, I think, or he might be playing the red to side cushion to kill the yellow, to put the yellow on the top cushion. It's quite difficult to work out exactly what he's doing here. I know why he's chosen to play it like that. There is merit in putting the red over the side cushion and snookering him on that. Because Simo's only got 3 balls left. He can make him waste a yellow on the table. See how confident Simo is on this shot here. How tight it is. He should just get down and just punch it in. But I'd prefer to see him just take his time on this, because he's got to get fairly straight on this yellow to make the out easy. And
Great shot.
he's done well enough.
It's really good shot.
Stun this in, and punch it with a touch top, like stun run through. All depends on how you feel. This here is a pretty big point in the match. I know it's early, but Rocky had that kick before where he put the black over the corner pocket.
Yep.
That really should have been a sniper's frame. And Alex Kingsbury did well to capitalise that.
Yep.
Now we have a miss by Rocky as well with the face cut double. And this is where you can really capitalise when one of your players that are 100-point players not playing at his best. Try and keep him in the seat. Try not give him an easy starters, and really make him work to get into this match. He'll feel it, being one of the pro players.
Yeah.
next up we've got Alex Kingsbury. One thing I really admire about Alex Kingsbury's game is his ability to keep his head down. Look carefully, it's hard to see on the camera, but his eyes move on the backswing as he's tapering up to the white. And he gets the white and the object ball in the pocket into his vision really smoothly, and he even holds his breath at just the right time. He's a very classical player. Meanwhile, Angles has got the one dead ball. He might choose to stun this across between the yellow and the red. And then, oh, okay. I'm not really too sure why he's chosen to play this like that. Maybe he feels that there's a couple of the outs. The reds don't really link. Maybe he's playing the player as well. But this isn't as. This looks dot to dots, but it's not really. Perhaps you go red into the side pocket, white goes onto the side cushion, you take the side red, you leave yourself straight for the other red into the other corner pocket, and then come up the table for the other two, and then come back down for that red, or you take these 4 reds first. But yeah, that's it's quite a nice shot, really. Wouldn't be surprised if Angles actually plays the swerve to go around the black here. Might seem like a big-ish shot, and he's not even looking at it. Okay, probably playing a little bit of a safety shot here, or a double.
Oh.
The safety
Almost.
shot with a double in mind, or killing the red, I guess. I know I'm making a few mistakes at the moment, guys. Please be with me. Here we go. If you look carefully, Alex Kingsbury's eyes, the way he's cueing, he keeps his eyes down, and the way he pushes his eyes through to the contact ball between the white and the contact, that's what keeps him solid throughout his shot.
Stopping this through. Perfect.
Absolutely lovely to watch. He's got to maybe punch this through with a touch of running side. Get onto the side red. He knows he just needs to be straight-ish. If he's straight, he can just punch it through, drop it into the middle, the black, or screw back, put the black into the corner pocket. But that yellow that's there, that would be my, yeah. Oh, he's just, yeah, he's very stiff. He knows that too. I mean, yes, he was moving the white towards the middle. However, that's the right shot to play. You want to stay away from screwing back into that yellow. Leave yourself in no man's land.
No. I think he's playing a. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game on the.
That's a lovely shot there. He might leave himself a touch on the straight, but yeah, he has. A little angled reset just to make sure. Really to make sure that his hand is comfortable. He knows he's got to time this. It's not the simplest shot. Touch the top left, just to hold, and yeah, he's just got it. Little turnover shot there by Alex. He knows he can't really do much with the red because the black is just completely tied up. He might be able to play the combination shot. He'll have to get on it. Amanda's probably saying you're not going to do that as well. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's done. He's pushed that other yellow up so the combination shot isn't quite on anymore. And also snookered him as well.
Yeah, he's made it slightly
Oh,
trickier for Mando.
Mando's got white ball in hand, yeah. He probably puts it down with the two yellows. Drops one into the middle pocket.
Yep.
Being a snooker player, that's exactly what he'd be looking at because that's where you'd put the white on the snooker table. Maybe even to push the black, out the way. I'm a little bit surprised there that he played the containing safety there. Probably says a bit about Mando's game at the moment, how much he's practicing or how well he's feeling. Because Mando with confidence has been in the Australian side. I've seen him plenty of times make that out.
Just go for it, yeah.
It could be a little bit tricky here. The yellow next to the red doesn't pass and the white's blocked to it, snookered on it, which is his problem ball. He plays the one into the middle and tries coming back up for it. It's going to take he's going to have to cue and stay down on his shot. Yeah. Maybe he takes the middle ball, comes back out, leaves himself straightish, punches that yellow into the corner pocket, runs through for the other one, comes back down the table for all the way down to the bottom half of the table, takes the last yellow and puts the black in either the other middle pocket or same middle pocket. On this other table, Nate is walking around with a bit of confidence, a bit of swagger about him at the moment. He's been in some really nice form lately, and here we go. Man to run through.
What's the key shot here? It's well played.
That's all he had to do. I think he'll drop it in and play it into the other middle pocket. Ooh, Ash coming up dry there. You can aim to leave this white in the side cushion here. You should be fine. Yeah. So the sniper's pinned one back. It's 5-4. And probably the two stars of the comp at the moment. Luke Anglesey and Rocky are up at the moment. And as I said before, that's 2 frames that Rocky's lost to start the match. Another potential, he could be 3-0 down. It's a pretty big moment here as well. Yeah, and you've just seen Alan Brown there, just giving Rocky a pat on the back. He knows, he senses it too. A little pivotal moment there. He's got his 2 stars up, Nathan and Rocky. And he knows he needs to hold the ship and steady the ship to really give himself a really solid chance here.
It's a beautiful break by
Angles as usual.
Oh, it's a bit stiff. Why he's landed.
Yeah, he's having a look at that corner yellow. Mind you, it's a little bit different of a break that he usually does. Notice that the white was not quite in the centre of the table. He was coming on just off to the side of it. I might pull him aside a little bit later and have a chat about why he's choosing to change his break, because he's got probably the hardest or the biggest break in Australia. I know it's the loudest. It's definitely off. So it's just overscrewed. Ash Thompson here is just overscrewed to get onto the last yellow. He wanted to be snookered to the right. He wanted to punch it out to the left here. Ooh, tricky shot here, but if he gets this, I kind of expect Rocky to play quite attacking against Angles, because they know each other's game so well. He might punch this yellow in off the side of the other yellow to just open him up, or he might hold to come off to get into it off the other yellow. He really is struggling out there at the moment. And it's a very, very lonely place when you're struggling like that, no matter how many people say you've got this or anything like any positives. They just don't seem to land on deaf ears. Yeah, so if it was me, I'd probably be looking just to extract that one red rather than the two, and just pin that white right up against that other one, so he's snookered as well. He might come off the cushion first. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's done, but I know he wanted to snooker him also on that other yellow. Like, he can't really manipulate the frame from here. He probably look to stay in. He might put the yellow onto the back red, tie it up. He may play to leave the white. He might choose just to run the white up and just nudge the yellow and sit it on that side cushion. Alright, and like I said before, they know each other's games so well that they're quite an attacking sort of safety, and no matter what they do. And the little hand up as well. Nice sign of respect. I wouldn't be surprised here if Nathan. He sort of coat-angered himself. What I mean by that is he just came down over himself rather than really stretch the back out and came down. It just looked a touch uncomfortable.
It's a beautiful shot by Ash.
Yeah, it is.
He says to
He's got a bit of work to do here.
Yeah. So you take this on the middle, or you're going? How do you go around this?
Depends on how you feel with the side. If it's me, I'd probably be playing a check with a
Check side.
top to try to come down through the corner pocket. Other people would try and come around, and that's why I don't like coming around, because you're running the white straight towards that middle pocket.
Okay.
What's that? Oh, that headphones on. This is a big shot here by Ash. Bit of a tradesman's entrance, but he'd done the job. It's a bit of a morale boosting win as well, because he should have got that frame before. He had a couple of easy misses there. But this is starting to look like a very, very close match. You seem to be running through a bit of form lately. Well done, Izzy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can tell, buddy. No, I've noticed your games.
You know the magic key? No smoking pot, mate. That's the magic key.
It does help, hey. Well done.
20 years ago, they'd be fucking fine.
So yeah, at the moment, Luke's you can tell that Luke's really is just showing his class at the moment. He was in probably career best form at the Nationals, and he hasn't really tapered away from that level, which has been excellent to see. Ooh, that is huge. Mando's flicked the white off the table, and after he's had a couple of, he had a win in the last frame, but he had the miss before that, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a little bit of frustration, a little bit of tightness creeping into the backhand. And Simo's ultra attacking as usual. He'll play this, he'll punch the black out. Oh, okay. He should be able to slot it through, but I think he'll be... If it was me, I'd be a little bit disappointed that it didn't really capitalise. You got the white off the break, you can get into that pack, you can really manipulate it.
Exactly.
And he should have taken just a couple of more seconds to play the shot. When you are in good form, those little nudges like that seem to come out in your favour. From here, he's got a funky little out. He probably doesn't want to take, but it's the most natural. He plays the second to the one on the left of the two yellows. Plays that, runs up the table for the yellow into the corner. Oh, okay, he's on it. Sorry. If you're on it, you may as well play it exactly like he has.
It's a great shot.
But yeah, so he's... And Angles is just...
What a double.
He really has... And Simo's let Mando off the hook there. A couple of options. He plays it into the corner. He can run it through to sit it on the yellow if you're not feeling too confident. The problem with playing it into the middle is you're running the white into a real problem area for, and he knew he needed to pot that by playing it like that. Well done.
Great finish.
That keeps Rocky to 0 from 3, the leader in the comp for overall stats. And Angle's just showing the signs as well that how important that frame was.
Change it up every now and then.
Just every now and then when I stop playing, I just stuff up on commentary. Don't worry, buddy. Thanks for leaving.
I reckon it makes too much of a difference. You just got to hit them good. So.
Yeah, well, I was saying that you got the loudest break in Australia, and he's put it to the side. Okay then. Trying to show a bit of experience here, just backfiring. He wouldn't want to leave it. Yeah, too much.
Just okay. Just taking a deep breath, yeah. Yeah, that's a good shot.
I think that's a key part of, or a feature of Mandar's game is his timing, how long it takes him to play each shot. Once he gets down, once he's made up his mind, it's almost exactly the same each time. And the reason why he does it is to eliminate the pressure situation. Here we go. Yeah, I prefer it if he feathered a little bit more, but it's what works for Mandar. And the other side of the coin, Seti, who's been kind of kept quiet as well off the tables. He hasn't had the most fortuitous start to the night. He's got himself a chance here to make a difference. Seti, as many people know, he prefers the 9-ball game. Expect to watch him run through the white more than stunning it and playing with bottom like a lot of traditional pool players would choose to do.
Do you think that's similar to snooker players as well? Because
Yes.
snooker players also play a lot of middle and top, right? Compared to stunning it.
The reason why a lot of pool players would prefer to play the bottom
Yep.
is because of the smaller white.
Yep.
You,
Yep.
It's more of a dragging and more of a bottom base game. In fact, the white actually bounces off the contact ball, particularly when you play with top. It'll leave the table and bounce back just a touch and then run through. So the trueness of the actual angle, it's a little bit, it throws it just a touch more.
Touch more, yeah.
So Simo's got a couple of options. Well, he's really got one or two options. He can play the double into the middle of the table, or trying to leave it up against the red. The black. The other option is push the yellow up to sit right on the red as well, to leave him a nightmare snooker. Or you pot his ball here and you screw back behind the yellow, which is what I would choose to do for the snooker. The only issue with that is it's a one cushion escape. There's a classic 9-ball player's shot as well. Not really afraid to run the white. A lot of other players would have just played it off the 2 cushion and leave themselves straight on the yellow to the corner. in the middle of the table. But 9-ball players seem to enjoy running the white a little bit more. Oh, that's a bit of a bad miss there, to be fair. Seti now punches this ball in, stuns down for the black, or runs through for the black into the corner pocket. It all depends on where it goes and how it goes. He could choose to probably play to make contact with the red, or even the black, and knowing that it'll push it past the angle. But that's probably what you classify as the right shot, the traditional shot anyway. And Mr. Run the White, Simo Gray, has come up absolutely straight on the opposite pocket that he wanted to land on. Yeah, watch this. You can really hear him cheer for that, because he knows he got away with it, to be fair.
That's 9-4 for the boys.
And then all of a sudden, when your stars aren't playing or aren't firing with the wins, a quick turnaround and a quick match can really happen, because, and as we see at the moment, turn the camera down there, Alan Brown's just pulled his players in. He's really had a word with his major players and said, let's stop this what's happening out here at the moment. Let's pull it back. We're good enough, and it's a very, very professional way of doing it. Didn't take all too long, and they just don't want to keep the same style of just letting the frame slip, not concentrating too much, and when it's all too late or when it's finished for the night, they say, hey, we should have had a timeout, we should have tried to arrest the play. Someone on the other hand, there's a couple other ways people can do it. That's my favourite way. A couple other people would probably call maybe a controversial decision and get the umpire to have a closer look or something along those lines. I've seen a few people. Rusty did it at the Nationals once for New South Wales, complaining about the tables had a roll, and that was just a professional just holding the play up, and they came back with a big win once. So it works. And if you look here real closely, Alan Brown's making sure he gets a good break here. He might have the Happy Gilmore break, but have a look here. Really, really concentrating here. This is a massive shot. And Brownie's actually gone in off. He is amazed as well. He'll be kicking himself. And any in off in the middle pocket off the break, you're kicking yourself.
It's a good chance for Asher. He just has that one red on the right, bottom right. I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna do it now. He's gonna try to take that red out.
And on the other table, Alex has, to be fair, he's really given his opponent Nathan a real sniff, to be honest. He's got a couple of options that I think Nathan's just trying to work out what the best option is. To me, I'd probably play the worser yellow, the bottom yellow.
Ash just pushed this red too much, and now it's dead. So.
And all of a sudden, Alan has more of a grin on his face, even though he's a poker player. Alright, so it's not really all over Red Road with that. It's not quite a dead yellow.
Oh,
I
he's
definitely
tried it.
would not be playing it like that though. It's not so dead that you needed to play it like that.
I guess now he just doubles it.
This is what I look for though, is the shoulder slump. Any form of negativity, and you can really see how he feels. Nathan though he is playing exceptionally smooth, keeping his head down, and it's enjoyable to watch him when he's in this sort of mood. That whippy action. This is a hard shot. Touch a check, cut it in, hold it off the one cushion, and move it.
Oh,
And
it's a great
I'd
attempt.
call that be a really, really good effort.
Really good.
Okay, so Brownie's got a couple of options here. He's got this 2 balls on the side cushions. He probably takes the top open yellow, then takes the side yellow because he's got the middle yellow. They link like that. Or he's playing this one so he comes onto it, or he runs around for a snooker. I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually trying to end up high and just little tap snooker, because the one cushion escape wouldn't have been taken with the other yellow there. Angles with ball in hand. Didn't quite see the start of this frame, sorry guys. But I wouldn't expect him to make too many mistakes. Stuns down the table here for the side yellow. He has overrun that quite a bit actually.
A bit, yeah. I think he'll back himself too.
Yeah, I've
the one on
got
the
a
left.
funny feeling after a shot like that he might just try to reset himself. So he's got to play this to touch of right here, and he's done very, very well. Actually, a lot of players would have got down quite fast and just punched it in, or just slapped it in. But he's going to play this. He's going to drop it into the middle pocket. He's going to drop this outer yellow.
Yep.
Come
And
around
then
off the
just
one cushion, maybe two
cushions.
maybe
One or two,
one
yeah.
and a half cushion, really, depending on how he feels and the angle he gets. And then drops the black into the middle pocket if he can. And the other table, Brownie knows he's got a golden chance here. It was 9-4, they've arrested one frame. They've got a chance. Ooh, and with angles missed just there. And that all came out of such a poor shot when he had white ball in hand, and he just
Overruled it, yeah.
what he wanted and how he wanted to go about it was really a plan B, and that's when it becomes quite difficult. Okay, so Mandar's got these two at the centre of the table, and typical snooker player shot there as well, playing the run through of the two cushions. This is very, very missable, this one that Brownie's on. I would say he's probably just going to get the ball in and then leave himself a longish shot for the black into the corner pocket. Ooh, maybe that's just the way he was playing on the weekend. He's decided, I'm playing good enough. But that's a little bit unusual of Brownie, to be honest. really wasn't much of an in-off, but
Ash,
Ash Thompson, who probably play maybe a double kiss or just a little, and then come out, slot it behind the black. You're giving Brownie
another.
take two of the same shot pretty much as well.
Yeah, and we saw him get one of these on the weekend, so definitely wouldn't be surprised if he gets
It's
this.
still less than 50%. It's the right shot. I personally, I just would have made sure it was left on the back cushion just to make sure.
Oh.
That's the problem with these tight pockets. They just want to spit. If you time it right, you get the pace right, they will drop. I think also what he had in mind was to play it across so he could snooker him behind the black.
Behind the black, yeah.
As well, to leave this ball and come out. Which is your quite typical way of Brownie playing it, looking for the shot to nothing all the time.
Yeah, it's probably not what he wanted to.
No, but this is really where you can.
Oh, it's a big miss. It's a huge miss.
Well, as you know, most of this game is played between the ears, and let's see, he's still there, just yapping away to himself as well. He's not very happy, which is fair enough.
Oh, it's a great shot. Ash is gonna be kicking himself.
Well, so he should have had the master
Should have
break.
finished it. Yeah, should have finished it.
Killing that red as well. They're little things that play on your mind, and when you walk to the table and you're in a difficult spot, it's very difficult to actually block all that what's just happened out of your mind.
See, he's straight away walked off. He's probably taking a time off here.
Yeah, well, you don't really want to let your negativity be contagious to your own teammates, and they know that. That's why they just let him go.
Just let him go, yeah.
They've got Trevor as well as up there umpiring and picking up the balls, so he doesn't really need to be.
Yep.
But as it looks, that's 2 frames there to the snipers, and it's looking like Brownie's call to have a little quick time out and chat is starting to pay dividends. It's probably the player of the night so far as Angles or Nate. But Simon is just brimming with confidence as well. It should be a good frame, this. They both know each other's game very, very well. They've been playing top level for over a decade each. And Angles, he really is a nightmare to have as an opposition player because he seems to stem the flow. He seems to, even if he's got 10 resets here, he'll make sure that he's right. He really never ever seems to pull the trigger when he's not 100%. Anyone watching at home knows. Check out there how long it took him to play that shot.
Play that shot, yeah.
You'll see that the shot clock itself really isn't an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Simo with the break and come up dry. I did not expect that actually. When Simo's breaking well, he seems to be very consistently breaking well all night. It's one of my little key little signs I look for when I watch the boys play, is how Simo breaks. And here's Rocky. Let's see how much experience he's got and see how much he can work. Let's call it his magic, really. The magic between his two ears, though. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, Nathan's missed that shot, so it's a good chance for Simo here. All the yellows are open. He's probably gonna try land this.
On the side-ish cushion, or he might play for the middle of the table. Yeah, oh, well done. He's been able to hold. A bit surprised he's not. Yeah, that's a lovely shot there by Rocky. He's got himself the double option. He might play the hard yellow to get on while he's on it now, even though he's going for the bottom yellow. Oh, Simo, buddy. So Simo's now, he's got quite a difficult cut. He might choose to play off the left-hand face of this yellow and hide the white in the corner. Yeah, Rocky has chosen to go the difficult one. Let's see. He plays side yellow, left-hand side yellow, and tries. Yeah, he's just coming down to feel that cushion and really look at it. He wants to stun through, grip on the side cushion, and give himself the double option here. Yeah, we want to look to get on this bottom yellow here. And I can tell you now, that's not exactly how he wanted to go. It might look like he's on what he's after, but he definitely would have been wanting to come down to this side, this bottom yellow first.
Yep.
It's his most problematic ball.
Yep.
And then from there he takes this one coming up.
And then goes,
But anyway, he probably has. If he screws this back, he's going to take a proper shot here, a real killing shot. Let's have a look at his. Rocky's always times the ball quite well, even when he's not playing the best.
That is such a wonderful shot. Now he can,
And that's a classic example of
one
why.
shot.
On the other side of the coin, Nathan is basically.
Reason through. I think
He's playing quite a attacking way of playing this. And I'd encourage him to keep playing as attacking as he usually does as well, to be honest and to be fair with you. As long as he keeps his head down, he gets through that white. Such a rhythmical player.
look at that white. It's probably 2 inches away from going enough. That's
That's what says to me that Nathan's probably cueing the ball a little bit too well, or better than he's usually, because he just gets down and he's got a whippy action. Once he stays down and he gets really through it, after all, he's 6'3", 6'4", he's touched too tall for this game. Look at the way he cues the ball where his feet are, quite far apart, so he can actually keep himself as low as he can.
Oh,
But he had to run through so he could take this other red.
Yeah.
That's what makes the shot quite difficult. Well, he didn't want to be so close to that middle bag before. He wanted a hand on the table and just to drop it in and then come back out. On the other hand, Simo's really got a chance here. Super important difference between. So it's 10. Probably going to be 10-7 unless Rocky gets another kick on the black. Which I've got a funny feeling that went straight in. It might look like it wiped the tradesman entrance, but I think that's all he had of the pocket. That's a very, very good shot. And a very positive out from when he didn't quite get on what he wanted to get on.
It's 10-7, so
But at 10-6, I probably wouldn't mind Rocky going for something like that.
yeah.
If that's what it takes to beat me, I don't really mind, to be honest. 10-7 with 3 to play. Who would you like to stand up at the moment? I'd like to give the cue to Mr. Alan Brown myself to arrest the slide. 10-7, make it 10-8. That could really put the pressure on.
Yep.
As we see here, Simo's got a little funky shot here. He does like to play with a little bit of running side naturally. He might play a little bit of dragging. We might just play, yeah.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. He's missed that black and it's come off the cushion.
I think he played it.
Brilliant shot.
I believe he played it with percentages in mind, because if he just clips it, the white comes across and can put it in the
Still
middle pocket
comes.
as well. But Simo's, like I said, Simo's quite a difficult player to commentate. He likes to let that white ball fly around the table, but he also plays like a classical pool player as well, rather than a 9-ball player. That's a huge win there by Simo, really, when you think about it. It's they had that break, that little chat, and the main experience of the boys, actually, the iconic players, Luke Anglesey and Simo, really have stemmed the comeback by the Snipers. However, Brownie will do everything in his power here to not lose anything ever. That's what makes him a champion. This is tough. He probably plays this with a touch of left, just to throw that white just a touch, or he's going to cut it and move the other one. Yeah, moving it is always fraught with danger. He's done pretty well to hold the red onto the side cushion. To keep the safety in mind.
Yep.
The thing with when you play Brownie is after a while you feel like you've squatted down and really had to squint to make sure what angles are there and what's not. He never really seems to give you a whole pocket to go for, or a full hand on the table. Just little things like that over and over. And after a few frames, and you realise that all your concentration's gone, he just pounces.
Oh, he's okay. It's landed so well.
It's quite a very, very nice shot, considering he's gone off the 2 cushions and ran the white probably 7-8 feet. And then the other part of his game as well, which is just A1, world class, is his short game. He makes it look so easy so often that his teammates don't really applaud a shot like that. Ash on the other side, he's got a pretty good chance here. It looks like he's touched off straight. He's got to run through. If he gets on this ball after he's lost before, this here would do him a world of confidence, I'd say, if You can get these balls here. He's good enough, definitely good enough. All right, so it's the final round, and we're on to the lag round. First of all, two players that are used to a full-size white or full-size ball. Let's see how they go. Sed's done well, and Manda. That's, yeah, you should be kicking yourself there, buddy.
I didn't know how close Sed and Manda were. I just heard that they live together, they work together. Yeah, on the same household, so
I'm not
they
surprised.
probably know each other really well.
Yeah, that unit's produced quite a few state players.
Yeah.
Angles, Manda, Tristan Sang, and now Seti as well. One, two, three, four, five, six. An open table, and the black is doable as well. And Ash, that's there is a sign of. I know he's on the side cushion, and he's had to work for it. But after having a couple of unfortunate ways he's not finished, that there really shows. That's a proper win, and that there puts him on the hill as well. This now really creates the pressure, and I love Mando's game under pressure as well. But that's an excellent win there by Ash. You might remember last week I pointed out someone had a miss, and I said earlier in the night they would have definitely got that. That's another one of those classic cases where it's between the ears and stemming the flow and really working on it. That's a very, very, very strong trait to have. Here we go.
Definitely.
And four frames difference. They're kind of in a cruisy mood, but couple of frames here, and I'll leave it with Brownie and Rocky to come. Yeah, beautiful break. Touch of unwanted side, but beautiful break. And, I'd call that up very, very unlucky, really.
Yes,
You got through it.
right.
White came straight off the pack, straight back. Probably a little bit too much bottom on it, and it lost a touch of power. But and this is why Angles is such a good player. Instantly, he's going straight to his difficult balls. He knows that's the hard way, or that's the way to go, the right colours, and he's really going to go for it no matter what.
Wow.
Mind you, Nath is going to definitely say thank you very much for these yellows. He's probably, I think he wanted to end up on that top yellow, but he's noticed he's actually got that side yellow as a bonus. Oh, okay. So quite interesting. He plays this and then screws into it. No. I probably say that miss came down to actually having 2 or 3 different options, and he just picked one rather than fully committed through
into
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But where's he going to go from there if he had a pot on it as well? It's not quite easy. I would have stunned it into these two if I was going to play it, and then play the top one.
Play the top one, yeah.
It's 50-50. Anyway. And it's a little bit unlucky there, really. He could have taken the left-hand side of the yellow or the right-hand side of the yellow and been safe. Instead, sorry, guys. I thought that was on in the corner pocket. Here we go. I think there's a bit of a dead spot on this back cushion here.
You reckon?
Yeah, on the right-hand side. Last week I seen a ball sort of slap against it and lose a lot of momentum. A couple of times I've seen that
You've
too.
seen that? Yeah.
Maybe after we give it a decent brush, take out any chalk that might be sitting on this back cushion.
What's been happening to me?
Yep, they're playing like a 9-ball player, throwing the white ball around.
I didn't get a shot, but I won.
Don't worry. I actually,
Crazy.
mate, Seti, I actually
That's
have.
so unlucky.
I've
You
mate,
thought, yeah, you did.
Seti, I pulled that up in the commentary, so you haven't really had to walk to the table, and here's his chance, and he's done quite well actually, because he's had his ass on the ground, on the seat most of the night. But and I did also notice and point out your smile as well, mate. All right, these little things don't go unnoticed. All right.
Well, now they notice.
Said he's been one of our organisers of the bigger comps. He's also brought in the overall standings on the year as well.
He's got 4 master breaks. The Super League, he had the highest number of master breaks going into this round.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised. That's a 9-ball player for you as well. Particularly with this format as well, it really helps the 9-ball style. So there's a couple of tricky options he's got here. The best option probably is what he's going for at the moment. The yellow that's on the same line as the black, or close to the same line. He just pushes this through and he didn't expect that. And then Mr. Kingsbury, on the other hand, is he was everyone's favourite manager at the Nationals. Yeah.
What a shot.
Angles showing what he can do when he doesn't reset, I guess. I'm only joking there, buddy. But yeah, I'd say with the yellow sitting up against the black, the 2 yellows that have been covered by the other red as well, he always had that as a shot to nothing.
A shot to nothing, yeah.
So there wasn't as much pressure on it. He has let him off the hook there big time though. I would have, or he should have really brought that red out off the cushion a little bit, just to make it potable. And Nathan has said those 2 yellows that are my hindrance, I'm going to get rid of them.
So as reds here, are you trying to take out that black from where it's at? Or, I mean, are you trying to play safe until you get an angle where you can use a red to get that black off?
Well, the thing is, he's only got 3 reds left on the table, so he doesn't want to get trapped in a situation where he doesn't have enough balls on the table.
Yeah.
So he probably manipulate things for quite a while and make it as difficult for Nathan. And Nathan is just not going to fall for that trap as well. He's going to make it as difficult as possible for Angles
as
for a
well.
while. So Angles may play this with a touch of left and top and try and sit the red behind. That's typical of Angles playing the super attacking option. He comes down to here to run parallel with the cushion and the red.
Yeah, that's the shot.
And then, as he's looking at right now, that comes through and he gives himself a shot on the black into the corner pocket.
Yep.
And if he's a little bit not quite how he wants to be, or he's in a stun down the table, he's going to take out the cushion. Don't really mind.
Pretty well.
And
he's landed that
It really
perfect.
is showing why he is the number 1 player in the state at the moment,
He's
in my
landed
opinion.
that perfect.
It really is
What a
weighing up
shot.
the pace of the table incredibly fast as well, which is what makes him look like it's effortless.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think he wants to move that yellow. I'm not too sure why he'd take that much pressure on. See, that's quite. I get why he did it. He wants to make the black just a simple little gimme. He's kicking himself. I think he's looking at a slight change of angle. He might. He might be looking at killing the yellow, but that's not really going to help him out here. He's going to get down and play black onto the yellow, and pretty much trying to hide the white at the top of the table as well. Alex has played a very, very nice shot there. I'm sure he's snookered him on and everything, but he's also brought the yellow out far enough to make it a decent potting angle for a lot of things. And Nathan has playing the containing safety, which is really good to see that he's not sucked into the
going
for it when you've got a player like Angles who's showing a little bit of magic at the moment. I kind of expect Angles to
Get this.
not get it, but sit it over the side pocket and block that other yellow. He's playing it beautifully. Yeah. Oh, he's got it too. Well done, Sil. You've called it. Well done.
I could kind of see it.
I think he played it with a touch too much pace, really. So it's just really running off a high at the moment, and that's Nathan's. In all fairness, Nathan still played the right idea to hold him off everything and keep himself in the frame, and not be sucked into going for the attacking option. Even someone like Angles would probably say it's a 50% shot.
Yeah. When things go your way.
Yeah, maybe even a 3 out of 10.
That's for the win as well. So
yeah,
what a shot.
That's the other thing as well. When you're sitting at 12-8 and you've got bonuses in the bag of other players to come.
Yep.
Yes, you are the standout player, and you do want to really stamp your authority and all that. But when he's got the opportunity to play with freedom, and you don't, when you're behind, and you really have to play the percentages, and you can't lose it for your team. You have to make them win it.
Definitely.
That's really is playing into Angles' strengths, unfortunately. Okay, here's Kingsbury. Very, very smart tactical player, Kingsbury. It's pretty rare for him to make outlandish mistakes. He doesn't really push the boundaries too much. He doesn't really push the boat out too far as well. I think he's just done a stun down here for the black into the corner pocket. But I would say that this guy's going to be state champ either this year or the next year. He just needs a touch of luck on the day. You can really see just how smooth he cues here. There we go. Absolutely lovely.
It's perfect. Great shot.
Yeah, like I said at the very start of the match, a few of the stars of the snipers not really firing. It was up to the boys to really put the foot on the throat and really come through with the goods. And even with Seti's having not the best of nights really, I mean he's been kept off the table quite a fair bit for a whole lot of unluckiness. And yet he's still walking around with a big smile on his face. He's still doing all the right things, and that there's experience for you.
It's good to see.
Not too often and not too many different leagues does someone have 3 or 4 master breaks against and then walking around with a big smile. Really is a sign of I think a true player.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
I remember years ago watching Angles actually run a comp, and he didn't make he got knocked out in the first round of the finals. He came back he finished the night by commentating and doing everything. He had a big smile on his face, and you couldn't tell. You really couldn't tell if he'd won or lost or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew this guy's going to be a champion.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so mentally stable. Like they don't let it affect them. You know, it's just let it go. Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Everyone can say just take one shot at a time. Don't dwell on the past. Don't celebrate the past. Just get down and just play. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's see Ash. He put the last frame. Classic example of that was Ash's last frame when he came through with the goods. And now Ash is at the table again, and he really has contributed to a win here to the team. This is tough. It's never an easy 70-80% shot that when you're jacking up that high and playing a blind pocket. That's a smart, very, very smart shot there by Brownie. He's noticed that he needs a little bit of containing, and he knows he's also playing against someone who will attack almost no matter what the situation is. He will go for it. I wouldn't mind seeing Simo just run the white. Yeah, just sit this over the hole, over properly. Brownie's got the 2 dead balls. And he's got 3 balls at this end of the table. He doesn't really want to take the red with the yellow and the black too early. That's a bit of an insurance and a bit of cover. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the top red right away. to actually open up one of these two. Oh, he's playing the one that I said he wouldn't. He might stun this or play a bottom and into the... Okay, he's aiming
He's
for
going
just...
for the
Yeah, he's left for a
double.
double and then maybe pull out for the other red.
Yeah, it's
Or he cuts this ball here into the right of the two yellows. It'd be interesting how he plays this. I think he's playing it as his bottom just to come back out.
he's tried getting it out, but
Now he's in, you could almost say, all sorts of trouble in many ways. But the yellow's on the side cushion. He might play just a little jammy little shot where he just jams it all up and leaves the white and the yellow, the white, the red and the yellow all pretty much touching.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not quite what he wanted. I think he wanted to leave it perpendicular or straight up and
straight
down.
up, yeah.
So he leaves Ash when he comes to the table with the huge jack right up in the air. I mean, Simo.
Simo, yeah.
Sorry. So he's just taking his time, just trying to make sure, just working out how he's going to go about this. I'd say he'd go. He's running to the left, so I think he might run out. Oh. Simo. That's a little bit unusual for you. On the other side of the coin, Rocky here has got quite a tricky little shot here. He's got a. Are they going to play he plays the first yellow out of the two yellows, the one on the right. He plays that onto this one, onto the cherry.
Yep.
Or he plays the cherry straight away and runs it up to the middle table, takes that one, and then he leaves the black. The black doesn't really go in too many pockets. It goes in a corner pocket, goes in a middle pocket. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays this one and just drags it on, and lets it just drop in, sits the other one over
there,
the pocket, and he'll play the top.
Other one. Oh.
Yeah.
Tried going
So what Rocky's decided is that the black is kind of too hard, or too difficult just to get on, and he's played the percentages of just taking out that yellow, the red in the corner pocket, because Ash has got a dead ball at the top of the table, maybe kind of two. They do sort of link, but he needs to get on one of them straight.
Straight, yeah.
And without a cherry, you'd say that he can't. Now, that was... I wouldn't have been kicking the table or punching the table like that, because he's landed on the red to the middle pocket. And the reason why punching the table like that, even though it seemed obvious that he was trying to drop the yellow in the pocket, that's just told Rocky exactly what he was going for. Now, he probably could play. He's got a couple of options here. If he can double this red back and take the yellow and run the white across to really jam up into the other, which I think he's looking at now. He might be going for the middle bag. I don't think he will. I think he's going for the side pocket. Yep, and into the... Yeah, you see? And then push the other red over the side bag as well to take the corner ball, corner bag, and the other corner bag, have both the corner bags.
Yep. It's a good finish by Allen. Took that long black and go on back. I think he's been firing. He was the runner-up on the weekend, so
yeah.
it's probably
6 red shootouts up aren't my
yeah.
cup of tea, to be honest. It's the game shouldn't, in my opinion, the game isn't about who's got the physical endurance. So it's probably a 90% mental concentration game and a 10% physical game.
Yeah.
And by giving someone who doesn't have the best of backs to be trying to race against someone who's got the fitness of Angles,
It is, yeah.
it
Sometimes
changes things.
it does. But what would you think is the most fair way to?
Tennis style. You have to win by 2. One with the break, one against the break.
But I guess someone would say, I guess the problem with that is, it could go on for.
And then I think that you need to let the venue times come into it. So you might say race to 6 for the final, and then we'll play a best of one decider if it goes to 11 all or something along those lines. There's a few reasons behind it. You've got the break and you're up by 1, and you might choose to push the boat out and really have a crack at winning it there and then.
Yep.
And then you might actually be kicking yourself that you didn't play the safety then, and then you're back up against it a little while, once it's a draw, and then he goes up by 1 and you've got to fight the momentum back.
Does make sense. It makes it interesting to watch as well, right? Because when you go one up and get to see the strategy, are you have to go for the win to make it 2-0, or
That's exactly
so
it.
that does make it exciting. So
Don't get me wrong, to promote the game and tiny little adverts and things like that, you've got a clearance of 6 reds in 23, 24 seconds. It keeps the people who have no concentration span interested.
Yep.
But anyway, overall, that's a mighty impressive win by the boys, to be honest. 15-10, but it was, what was it, 9-4?
yeah, it's 9-4.
And they really showed, not too often with someone of Seti's class, not really walk to the table and have quite a few master breaks against and things like that. And you'd say, oh yeah, they're up by 9-4. That's quite different. But I think what we might choose is try and grab the winning captain and ask him a few questions. Hey,
Sounds good. Why not?
Well, we've got the winning captain here.
Oh, thanks.
And Mr. Luke Anglesey.
Hello.
And so we noticed at the start of the night, you guys really got out to a cracking start, and Rocky had 3 losses in a row. I noticed that it didn't go unnoticed on you, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Was keeping Brownie and Rocky quiet a strategic part of your planning for the night, or is it just how it came out?
No, kind of just how it came out. To be honest, the one you got to keep quiet, believe it or not, is Marchie. He's the one that, if he gets firing, the rest of them go. So I actually think he is possibly their most important player.
I agree
because,
with you.
They've obviously got a huge lineup. And when Marchie's firing as well, it's just like they're pretty much impossible to beat. So, we kept Marchie quiet tonight. I think that was the biggest thing.
He definitely lets you know when he's
yes,
on
and
well.
that's what I said to the guys. I don't want to hear a "come on snipers" from Marchie. I don't want to hear that.
No.
So
and you're right, because he's sitting on 45% for the season.
Yeah, that's solid.
And if you look at the other players, they're all state champions, basically.
Yep. They're all
shoo-ins for the state side.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're very, very solid side. That side right there can be a state team in itself. So, hardest team to beat in my opinion, and we're pretty happy with that. 15-10 win.
Yeah, the 9-4. That was one of the major ones. The other thing was, I noticed that you usually break from right in the centre, and you probably got the loudest break in Australia. But you just pulled it just to the side for a bit of a change, or is it just...
No, I kind of mix it up. I think I usually sort of go a little bit to the side and then sometimes go in the middle. So you might have seen it when I go in the middle, but I usually try and just put it a little bit to the side, and I don't know, kind of see how it works. But I just hit it as hard as I can, and
It's definitely got a loud crack.
yeah, I think that's the best way to go. And you get hit them harder, and balls fly around a bit more, and surely one will go in. So that's my motto.
What's amazing though is that how often you're able to bounce back from a unfortunate frame or something, smack it, and keep the white on the table. It doesn't seem to bounce around too well, and I think that's the secret to being able to break as loud and as clean as you do.
Yeah. Well, I've got a breaking cue now, and I was flying the white off the table quite a bit, but I've managed to practice it a bit, and works out that I don't fly the white off the table very often now, so I can hit it a bit harder. So I was hitting it a bit softer for the last few months just to make sure I get it right, but now I've really started to let my arm go a bit.
It's great to see. I must admit I do watch with a little bit of jealousy.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Trying to keep that white on the table, and you smack it that hard when you're not feeling yourself or when you're flying, to be able to keep it as consistent as you do is something that, as a fan, it's really, really great to watch, actually.
Yeah, cheers. Appreciate it.
So I also noticed Simo's been playing quite well as well lately. Is that it must be a little bit of a bonus having Simo playing quite well when Seti was kind of kept off the tables tonight.
Yeah, Sed was kept off the table. He only had one visit to the table. Every other time was a break and finished to the other guys. But Manda master shot against Sed, but sunk the white as well as the black. So that was a bit lucky for us. But yeah, Simo, I think that's the beauty with our team. We've got
stars all the way through.
We've got great consistency. So when someone's not having a good night, the other one does. So usually works out pretty well, and it worked out tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much there.
Cheers.
Angles.
Thanks for having me.
Really, really appreciate having a little captain's chat.
No worries. Appreciate it.
Thank you very
See you
much.
next time.
Next time, 7:30 next Tuesday. Ciao.